Hi, I'm Mary Reynolds Thompson. This is scary times, isn't it? In our lifetimes, perhaps in the history of the world, we've never had a catastrophe land in quite the way that the coronavirus has. Many of us are afraid, many of us feel deeply isolated, many of us are wondering how are we going to get out of this, and even more importantly, when we do get out of it, what lies on the other side? These are good questions. And one of the things that I think is so important amidst all of this is that we take the time to actually envision what it is we want to emerge out of this devastation. Do we really want to go back to business as usual? I don't think not. I think not. In many ways, this is an ecological crisis. We have pushed Mother Nature to the brink. We've destroyed the wild places. We've burgeoned our population so that we're now bumping against wild animals whose own immune systems have been degraded because we have degraded their habitat. If we go back to business as usual, another pandemic is just going to come along in a few more years, maybe even a few more months, I don't know. So there is a deep sense that there is this opportunity, and I don't say this lightly and I don't say it optimistically, but I say it with hope that something new might emerge out of this pain and suffering, that all of this might be in service of finally some wisdom returning. So as many of you know, I work with the earth archetypes, the deserts and the forests and the oceans and rivers and the mountains and the grasslands. And today what I would like to do is speak to you most specifically about some desert wisdom. In the days that follow, I'll be speaking about wisdom from these other landscapes, but today I'd like to focus on the desert. Nothing is quite as it seems in the desert. You know, the heat makes the air shimmer, things appear and disappear. You think a tree is walking towards you, and it turns out to be nothing more than a shadow. You think you see water on the horizon, and it is a mirage. So what I want us to take from that, perhaps, is this sense of letting go of our certitude, of we are living in a time that is strange, is shifting, and so to rush to easy answers and conclusions, naming things, trying to nail it all down, make sense of it all, actually doesn't make sense. So the mirage. What is the mirage? You know, what's the illusion that we've been living under? Just think about that for yourselves. You know, it can be very concrete things like the illusion is that the economy will always go on growing. The illusion is that we will be safe and protected. The illusion is that money will keep us safe. The illusion is that that we have an equal society. The illusion is that we're not connected, that we're separate. The illusion is, and the coronavirus in its way is helping us to see through that mirage. So just really think about, you know, what are the mirages? What are the mirages you've been swept up in? I know I've been swept up in a whole lot of my own. And what would it be like to strip away those illusions, to get down to the bare bones of what's real? And from that place, create a vision. Now, a vision is something so interesting because, like a myth is really a fictional story that holds truth, a vision is a fantasy based on deep wisdom. So, is it possible for us to let go of the illusion, the mirage, and to embrace the vision, the true vision, and what would that vision be? For each of us, it might be a little different. But what I would beg and what I would ask and what I would really hope is that vision is based on this deep sense of our interconnectedness. So take yourself off into a desert space. I know I'm not particularly in one right now, but in your imagination, and really make a list of the illusions you want to strip away and the vision of what this world might look like if we based it on what's real, what's true, what's tangible, like these trees around me, the earth at my feet. I'm Mary Reynolds Thompson. I'm founder of Live Your Wild Story, Wild Soul Story, and author of Reclaiming the Wild Soul, and also facilitator of the A Wild Soul Woman program that you can find via Tree Sisters. I'd like to talk to you tomorrow, maybe the day after, about forest wisdom. Let's keep visioning.